Welcome back to Brashenomics. We are lucky enough to have Cory Brandt join us, who's closed over 20 transactions just this year, hundreds over the last 12 years, and is a recipient of the prestigious RE/MAX Hall of Fame and Chairman's Club Award. Hello, Cory. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Were you glued to the storm news last night and today?
I was actually out buying ski gear for my kids, so I missed a lot of it.
You're waiting for the storm in the mountains to come, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Well, actually, because you were out buying ski gear, it kind of is fitting because there's actually a pretty decent real estate market out where people are skiing in this area, and there's people are buying and selling property up, and you actually work a lot with like Snoqualmie Pass.
Yeah, I've got actually just put a deal together yesterday and put one together on Friday up there, and I've got one that's closing here today, actually up there, believe it or not.
So what is the market like up there? Is there everything from, condos to big houses, small houses? I guess I don't know a lot of people who've explored the houses as much as maybe they've explored the mountains.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy market. It's kind of all over the board. There's condos at Alpental that you can get for under $100,000, studios at the Alpenrose, those type of things. And then you can pick up houses.
Sounds like more like a ski locker than probably a condo.
Yeah. No, they're not huge, but it's pretty sweet because you're right on the mountain. You can literally ski just right across the street, walk right onto the lifts. And then there's houses up there that are close to $2 million. So there's a huge range of what you can get up there.
So really, almost a full market in some ways. Top to bottom.
Yeah. And a lot of people live up there full time, but for most of the folks, it's a second home.
Yeah, I could see it. Are people commute in from up there?
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, people are commuting into Seattle and Bellevue from Cle Elum. The traffic that goes over the pass is kind of crazy.
No kidding. I guess it's easier than just sitting on I-90. You're probably moving a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Why do people buy up at Snoqualmie Pass, and what's the draw?
I think part of the draw for me anyway, was it's a quick way to get up there and just unplug. You're 45 minutes out from most locations here in the Seattle Bellevue area, and you just get up there and you just feel like you're a world away. So you come back after a weekend up there and you're just a lot more relaxed.
Kind of puts you just like a mini vacation almost without having to go. I guess we'll go up to Whistler, or you could go to Eastern Washington, and it's a trek.
Yeah,
it's not you don't just jump in your car after work and head to Whistler.
Well, it's so much closer that you actually find that you use it a lot more. And then we'll head up. I'll pick the kids up after school on a Friday, and then instead of putting them on the bus Monday morning, I'll just drive them to school. So we kind of extend a 2-day weekend into a kind of a 3.5-day weekend.
You got lucky kids.
Oh yeah,
take them out of school.
Spoiled. Yeah, I've taken them out a few times actually, but not very often. I get reprimanded by my wife. So.
And the principal, we're sorry, Mr. Brandt, you're going to have to stop taking your kids out of school to go skiing.
Right. Well, there is a clause. They have to have really good grades or they don't ski.
I thought you were going to say really good snow, or else you weren't going to go up. So let's get a little bit deeper into this. What are there a lot of properties that are selling up there in this wide range of property prices?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it's very cyclic. I'll have properties up there that are listed and I won't get a showing for a month and a half, and then all of a sudden I'll get 2 or 3 people that are interested in it in the same week. So never quite figured out that dynamic, although right now is one of the busiest times because people are they're hearing the ads for ski bonkers and Sneograb and all those type of things. So they're starting to think skiing. And so we get a lot more activity right at the beginning of the year.
I guess people would want to purchase it and then be able to use it immediately.
Right. Yeah, the other peak time, believe it or not, is the end of the season where everybody sits and goes, if I'd bought that house, I would have skied more this year. So we actually have an end of season rush as well.
You talk about the skiing, I guess, and then, that end of season rush. Are there other developments? Is there other things going on up there that draw people? I know sometimes, you drive through there and it really doesn't seem like too much. It doesn't seem real exciting.
Yeah, no, it's, the pass has almost been ignored here for the last decade. And now we've got a buddy of mine, Dan, has a little restaurant up there that he's putting into a 70-foot long dining car. He's restoring an old train car, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then Bryce Phillips, the owner of Evo Gear, is doing a big development up there as well. So he's putting a higher-end restaurant. There's a ski museum going in. It's supposed to be a coffee shop and a little grocery store and some other things going in up there. So it's going to be pretty vibrant here next year. It's going to be pretty neat to see.
It seems like when you go to those type of places, or at least when I go, of course you go for the skiing, but it's also nice to maybe be able to go out to dinner, be able to go grab a coffee in the morning or whatnot. And I've never seen, I've never seen Snoqualmie Pass as the place to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah. No, there's a couple places tucked in there, but if you don't know the area, you don't realize that it's actually good food. They tried to get that Thunderbird Lodge opened again, but failed on that because they used to take people up on the chairlift up at Summit West, which I used to call Snoqualmie, and you could dine up there at night, but you had to take the chairlift to get up there. So
just better hope it's cold enough and not raining.
Yeah, exactly.
We're here with Cory Brandt, managing broker with RE/MAX, discussing the property up here at Snoqualmie Pass as we head into winter. And the snow, you can actually see snow in the mountains, so it must get you pretty excited for the winter. Are people buying a lot of second homes right now? Is that a common place to? Are you seeing that more often?
Well, the whole second home market really died for a bit there. I mean, I built 4 places up there. The first one I sold for $620. The last one, which was identical, I sold for $440. To give you an idea how much the prices had come down, that was over the course of about 2 years. So it got a lot more affordable, and then with interest rates coming down, it got a lot more affordable. People started to look at it and say, "Look, I can put my money in the bank and earn less than 1%. I can put my money in the stock market and watch it go up, watch it go back down, watch it go up, and it's just totally stressful. Or I can just improve my quality of life and get a second home, and have more time with their family and, whatever." So I am starting to see it pick up quite a bit more up there just in the last 2 seasons, really.
I guess, is there a reason that people would want to get in sooner than later? I mean, do you see the rising prices up there similar to what we've seen maybe in some of the core areas of Seattle?
Yeah, it's definitely, especially with the development and some of the infrastructure that's going in there, the prices should definitely go up. So I do think it's a great time to buy.
Yeah, and I guess, there's other vacation options out there. I know that Suncadia was a big hit for a while. Now I remember going, why are people paying $500,000 for a condo in Cle Elum? Well, I guess the market dictated they weren't really worth that after the peak. But what draw, I guess, does Snoqualmie have versus maybe other vacation options that are still drivable distance?
Well, there's a difference between what's drivable and what you're willing to drive. We had, when I did the Snoqualmie Pass stuff, my wife wanted a place out at the ocean. So we had Ocean Shores going. I had some houses we were building out there as well. And it's about a 2.5-hour drive from our house to get to Ocean Shores. It didn't take very many times before we were like, okay, we're not bottling ourselves up in the car with the kids for 2.5 hours on a regular basis when we can do 45 minutes and be in the mountains. So that's a huge draw that people, once they've got a place up there, they realize the benefits. And the neat thing with Snoqualmie Pass is you've got a unique winter environment that's different than a lot of other areas. But you also have all the hiking and fishing and mountain biking and that type of thing in the summer. So it is a pretty neat destination that's really right out our back door.
Yeah, 45 minutes isn't too far, and packing up the kids for 2.5 hours means you got to play 2 movies on the back screen because kids' movies don't last that full 2.5 hours.
Right.
We're here with Cory Brandt. Cory, we just have about a minute before we go to break. But I like the phrase you said. As opposed to investing in maybe the stock market, which can be very stressful. You look at this kind of investing in your life quality, really, and in real estate that you can use. That's kind of a fun way to think about a place like Snoqualmie Pass. And you bring up that 30 to 45 minute drive. You're not spending all day in the car to get there.
Right. Yeah, it's probably one of the best decisions I've made as far as time with my family. Being a realtor, I work way too many hours. And, I get up there in the mountains with the kids, and I can pop off the mountain and go show a house, and they never know it. But the reality is we've just had some great times, and, they're skiing all over the hill, and it's just a blast.
Okay, well, Cory, hey, really do appreciate having you. And, hey, it's raining, so maybe the temperatures will drop, and we'll see you out on the mountains. You'll notice who Cory is. He's a tall guy, got a little goatee going. And you can always check out our videos on YouTube.com. And if you see him on the mountain, hey, there's your guy for real estate if you want to stick around for a little bit. Cory, thanks so much for joining us. Do appreciate it. When we come back, real estate is a very, very hot topic. And the houses that look good, the houses that appear to be turnkey, are the ones that are selling. We're going to talk with Martina Clymer a little bit about how she can make that house appear to be more turnkey than it maybe is. We'll be right back after this break.